there, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm really excited. One, because it's not scorching hot outside. So I live in Sarasota, and this whole year it's been so hot. It's been so hard to run. So I'm kind of enjoying the cooler temperatures. Although I think the snowbirds that came down here are kind of like, what's going on? So it's kind of nice. And then I still have clothes that I like to wear from Chicago. So it's my 3 or 4 days a year that I actually get to use them. So yay, I have to just now wear them all. But I'm really excited. I have been doing triathlons officially since the late 80s, if you want to count the Bud Light and Sun Times series that I used to do with my dad. Seriously, since the late 90s. And I'm so excited now about next year. And I just want to just give you some tips on why I'm excited, because I think you can use some of the same things. I know sometimes people struggle with motivation at this time of the year. To me, I'm excited because I've always been the kind of person, I like to be evolving. I like to be taking steps forward with whatever I'm doing. If I'm kind of stagnant and in one place, it's not so fun. So I've always tried to, throughout the years, seek out the best advice, the best help, that type of stuff. If there's a coach out there or somebody that you're thinking, I wonder what that person's like to work with, I've probably worked with that person. I've probably taken some of the stuff that they've used. That definitely goes into my coaching style. I have gone all over trying to experiment with different things and do stuff. And I just made the decision this year that I've made the choice to not do Ironman this year. I'm going to do 70.3s, most likely in Olympics next year. But since my Achilles surgeries, I've been kind of coming back a little bit. But I'm going all in at 43 years old to try to figure out, I have a lot of work. I have family commitments. I travel a lot. And so I told Tanya, I'm excited because I'm going to see how fast can I get with the time that I have to train now. And that means that I have to maximize efficiencies. So here's my checklist that I'm going to be doing this year. I'm going to be saying, hey, George, how are you? You're definitely, if you guys live in George's area and need Rolfing, he's amazing. Speaking of efficiencies, this is exactly what I'm trying to talk about right now. I'm dedicating my off season to trying to unturn all the stones that I can to try to take the next steps, because that's what I have to do in order to get better as I'm going forward. So I am going to totally reevaluate my bike fit. I know for a fact, since my Achilles surgery, I can't still do a heel lift on one leg. I know that that's changed. I am going to really get my gait analyzed. I'm going to dedicate myself and have been doing tons of research. A lot of my athletes are already starting to see some of the drills come out. If they haven't seen them yet, they're going to be coming soon. Totally with the run drills, the strength and conditioning stuff. I am going to figure out why I've been stagnant on my swim. I'm going to dive in with some experienced and really good swim instruction, not only in the pool, but I'm going to take that to the weight room as well too. And it's cool. Like, I've already been seeing how sometimes the bike and the run are affecting my swim just because how my posture is, right? So if we can reset the posture and do all that type of stuff, that's going to do things that implicate your swim performance that you don't really think about. And I think as triathletes, we tend to take the sweat equity approach so often, right? So it's like, how much harder do I have to work in order to get better? Yeah, there's some hard work involved, don't get me wrong. But a lot of times you have to be willing to sometimes work slower and really go after the things that are important and the things that are actually holding you back. And that is what I'm excited about. So here's my checklist. I'm going to be totally diving into my swim form. I've got Josh, who's going to help me with that. He's been posting workouts for our athletes as well too. Dave Miner as well is always overlooking the form when I'm at Masters to make sure that I'm staying on top of it. Tomorrow, maybe I'll try to do a live. I'm going to go try Adam Baskin in Orlando for a bike fit. I think that bike fits are something you need to take very, very seriously, and you need to research and do and find. It's worth going to somebody really, really good. Hopefully they're local to you, but it's even worth traveling for, I believe, if it makes, because how much time do you spend on your bike? So much, right? And it affects everything. So make sure you're getting a really good bike fit. And then I'm really diving into some of the old run drills that I used to do too, some of the strength and conditioning stuff that I did specifically for things like your exterior hip flexors. So if your race photos show you kind of like this when you're running, you know, you always got that cocked position. It's probably because you're lacking some hip strength, right? Which is dissipating strength, which is dissipating speed, which is making you have to work harder to go as fast as you're going, or it's slowing you down. So I'm going to get into the structural reasons with the people that I use in order to get after that as well too. And I'm going to go to some places here that really dive in. So I'm super excited, and I just wanted to explain this to you because you all can do this yourselves. You can start to say to yourself, what are the things that have been holding me back? How would I like to get better? I know the traditional way is to be like, oh, I always do my Saturday morning run or my Sunday morning run with my friends, or I always go to the same masters. And I'm not telling you to not do that, because I understand that it's a social sport as well too. But I am saying that this is the time of year, it's perfect to start really getting into the things that you can start doing to make yourself take the next step. I know that a lot of times people are resource limited in that. We are going to be offering a camp. I think we're only going to let 6 people into it, maybe a few more. You can sign up on superflycoaching.com. You can get information on there. I'm not going to get too much into it now, but we're going to do everything over 3 days. So we are going to have multiple swim analysis video sessions with each athlete. We're going to have a PT eval, strength conditioning, figure out why you're doing certain things, gait analysis. We're going to do the bike fit. We're going to do a strength analysis. We're going to figure out all the things that you need to be doing so that you can get better in the swim, bike, and run. It's all going to be in one place. We're going to have some really cool instruction and stuff that, but if you're interested in that, that's on the Superfly page. Please check out the triathlete community. We're posting some great tips. I'm going to be posting some stuff that I learned along the way that maybe you can take forward and use yourself. And that might include new workouts or new ways to look at things. And that's it. So I just wanted to let you know that this time of year, while it's not training intensive for most people, it can be super intensive, not in a time fashion, but in a way to really make huge impacts for next season. So take this opportunity this time of year, really get after it, and see you all next week, or maybe tomorrow for my bike fit. Bye.